Alright guys, so the wait for the most demanded video of the year is over now. So let's get started. Hey guys, what's up? Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome back to my channel. Guys, this video is for everybody who is trying to attempt Christ University entrance test. In this video, I will cover each and everything that you need to know about the entrance test. So from all the important details of the entrance test, how the entrance test is going to be conducted, what are the various sections, what are the important topics of those various sections, and how can you really prepare and ace the test really well. Guys, I've covered it up each and everything in this particular video. I was reading all the comments that you were putting up in the previous videos regarding Christ University entrance test. So I've tried to answer each and every doubt. One promise that I can make, that by the end of this ultimate guide to Christ University entrance test, I'm pretty sure you will not need to watch any other video or refer to anything else, because this is a complete go-to guide that I've created for all you people. Yes guys, one thing I would want to admit is that this video might be a little longer than usual, but trust me, this has everything that you need to know, and this is for people for all the courses of Christ University. So whether you're going for law or BBA or BCom or psychology or journalism or media or BTech, everything is going to be covered in this particular video itself. Without any further ado, you guys know the drill. In case if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and pressing the bell icon. At the same time, if you have not followed me on Instagram or LinkedIn, please make sure you go do it right now itself. Alright guys, first and foremost, what are the details of this Christ University entrance test? So guys, the number of sections is 5/6/7 depending on the course. Now there are some courses that only have 5 sections, some have 6 sections, and some of them even have 7 sections. But that's the usual case. Number of questions for everybody is going to be 120 questions. So irrespective of the sections that you have, everybody is going to attempt 120 questions. All the questions are going to be MCQ based, which means they're going to give you one question, and in that you have 4 options A, B, C, D, and you have to choose and click on the correct one that you feel is going to be the right answer for you. The time for the test is going to be 90 minutes, and the marking scheme is that there is negative marking. So for every correct answer you will get 1 mark, and for every wrong answer you will get a minus 0.25. Right now I also want to clear this doubt that a lot of you people have, is that hey Kavach, if you have applied for 2 courses, 3 courses, do we would have to give 2 or 3 different entrance tests? Guys, the answer to that is very simple. Suppose you have applied to the courses under the same department, then you just have to give 1 entrance test. But if you have applied to the courses in different departments, then you have to give 2 or 3 entrances depending on the departments that you applied to. At the same time, do not worry, no entrance test will clash. So you might have your BBA in the morning and then psychology in the afternoon and law in the evening. So no entrance test will clash whatsoever, and all these entrance tests are going to happen on one date itself. Guys, I was also getting a lot of doubts and queries regarding how is the Christ University entrance test going to be conducted. So let me start answering all these doubts. First question that I have received is that, hey Kavach, when do we start preparing? Guys, to be honest, if you're watching this video right now, then I think you should have already started preparing. And in case you haven't, then this video should be your first start to preparing for Christ University entrance test. Please do not wait till the time that your boards get over and then you prepare, because you will hardly have time of 5 to 10 days to prepare, because Christ is one of those first universities that have the exam first. So all the other universities will have their exams later, but Christ will have it first. So you will not have a lot of time. In fact, right now, I know that you might be going through your practicals and pre-boards and everything, but this is the right time to get started. Second thing is, 90 minutes enough for the entrance test? To be honest guys, this entrance test is about aptitude, but along with that, this is about time management. So the biggest challenge that you will have is, how do you manage time? To be honest, yes, 90 minutes are more than enough to answer 120 questions, so approximately 45 seconds per question, but you need to be a really good time manager to answer the question and make sure you don't miss out, because I have come across cases where students are so busy attempting 1-2 questions that they kind of miss out on the last 5-10 questions, and the time goes away and the screen is shut. So make sure it doesn't happen with you. Third question that we have got is, can we move in between sections? Guys, the answer to that is yes, you can move in between sections. Along with that, you also have the feature of flagging. So if there is a question that you don't want to attempt right now and you're not sure on the answer, you can flag it and move on attempting other questions, and later on you can come back to those flagged questions and answer it accordingly. So that is also an option that exists. Along with that, sometimes you will also come across a place where you will not get questions based on sections. They might just be mixed and you just have to tackle one question after the other. Next question I have received is, hey Kavach, can we carry a rough paper and pen? Yes guys, you can carry a rough paper and pen, so nothing to worry on that. Next question I've gotten is, what happens if our computer hangs? So guys, you are going to be giving the entrance test on a test center, and in this test center usually such kind of problems don't happen, but there is technology and then there is electricity, and both can go off. If that happens, all you need to do is just raise your hand so that proctor can come to you and monitor the thing and resolve for you. If in case, for worst case scenario, you're not able to give a test because your computer gets hang, or the internet is not working, or there is no electricity, they will reschedule the test for you. But in order for them to reschedule the test for you, make sure you have taken the proctor in confidence, because suppose your timer is over and then you say, sorry, my internet was not working or my computer got hang, they will not listen to any excuses. But the moment something like that happens, raise your hand so that the proctor can come to you and you can show them the scenario and the case, and then they will manage from there. So you don't have to do anything. Next question I've gotten is calculator allowed? Guys, the answer to that is no. No calculator is allowed. You are not allowed to take any other equipment than a pen and a rough paper inside the test center. So you will not be allowed to take a calculator with you, whether it's in a digital form or a scientific form. None of it will be allowed. Last common question that I've gotten from you students is, hey Kavach, can we give CUET from our home? Unfortunately guys, this is not allowed. Yes, during the pandemic, for 3-4 years together, Christ University was having this entrance test from home, and people could cheat and all those things was happening. But from last year onwards, they've moved to a test center. There are test centers across all over the country, specifically in tier 2 and tier 1 towns. So you have to go to those test centers and give your test. The location of the test center, they will only share 1 or 2 days before your entrance test, not before that. So sorry, you will not be able to give your CUET from home, not even in any special or emergency case. They will not allow it. Now talking about the preparation strategies, guys, first doubt that I have gotten from people is, do we need coaching? To be honest guys, it is not one size fits all. So I would not tell you should get coaching or you shouldn't. But if I have to be honest with you, I think you all can give the Christ University entrance test without paying any kind of money to these coaching institutes, whether they are online or offline. Now, the reason why I say that is because honestly, I've seen so good material. In fact, I keep sharing it in my videos as well, that you all can refer to. And at the same time, as long as you people are consistent with the preparation, as long as you're locking yourself in the room and devoting time, I don't think so there is anything better than self-study. Because the more self-study you do, the more you will be able to clarify the doubts in your mind, more you'll be able to build up the fundamental knowledge. So if in case there are people who are really bad with aptitude, are not good with aptitude tests, cannot manage the timer well, don't know the kind of topics, everything, then you all can refer to coaching. But other than that, honestly, I don't think you need any kind of coaching, as long as you are willing to put in the hours and the effort. So important preparation strategies: number 1, please be consistent. Like I told you, please start from today itself, and every day try devoting some time. Whether it's 1 hour, whether it's 2 hours, whether it's 3 hours, it's completely up to you the kind of time you can devote, but be consistent so that you build the mental muscle of how the test is going to be taken. Secondly, please value free material. Now, the reason why I say this is, guys, because I provide so much free material. I provide you all the links, the free websites, all of it is mentioned in the description of my video. So please value that. Now, the reason I'm putting this up in a preparation strategy is because whenever I give this free material or free websites that I share with you, students don't value it. They necessarily want to go and pay money to these coaching institutes and take their books and then study from there, which I don't think is of really good value, because equivalent material is provided in free resources as well. So please value free resources. Third thing, quality over quantity. Guys, every year I come across students who come to me with a smiling face saying, hey Kavach, we are doing 200 questions, 50 questions, 100 questions. But trust me guys, it does not matter whether you're doing 100, 200, 300 questions of each section. All that matters is your quality. That means I'm okay if people come to me and say, hey Kavach, we did 10 questions, but we've understood the fundamentals really well and our accuracy is above 90%. Sometimes people go on attending 200 questions, but out of it 150 are wrong and they don't care about it, because all that they're thinking is quantity, quantity, quantity. Let's finish this book, let's finish this material, let's finish this PDF. But it's of no use. Guys, the simple strategy is pick up a concept, learn it, then start solving questions around it. See the kind of accuracy that you're getting and try building the speed. That is as simple as it can get, and that is all you need to do day in and day out. So as long as you're focusing on the fundamentals, getting your concept cleared and focusing on accuracy and speed, that's all that you need. Now what I will do is that, guys, I will go section by section and I'll tell you what are the important topics of those sections and what are some hacks or important things that I want you to note for those particular sections. Please make sure you want to take screenshots. Please make sure you take screenshots, and please make sure you listen to everything that I have to say right now. First section is quants. Now, the first doubt that people get is that, hey, we do not have maths in class 11th and 12th. How can we prepare for quants? Guys, you don't need class 11th and 12th maths to prepare for quants. All the math that is going to come is going to be of the things that you've studied till class 10th and before. Now, what are the important topics? Number 1, percentages. Number 2, profit and loss. Number 3, simple interest and compound interest. Number 4, ratio and proportions. Number 5, time, speed and distance. Number 6, HCF and LCM. Number 7, quadratic equations. Number 8, linear equations. And number 9, basic triangles, circles and quadrilaterals. Obviously, guys, these are not the only topics that are going to come on your Christ University entrance test. But even if you start preparing for these and build up your strong core in these, you will be covering a lot of things, because each year we see 2 to 3 questions coming from these sections itself. So make sure you focus on these sections first before you try doing anything else. Along with that, guys, specifically for quants, speed and accuracy is going to be very important. Sometimes you all would know the answer, but it can take you more than a minute to solve, and that's again a loss. So make sure you're focusing on speed and accuracy. Along with that, I have referred a book called Quantitative Aptitude for All Competitive Exams by IRS Agarwal. I put the link of this book in the description of this video, so make sure you go check it up. Along with that, if you have any other material which you feel is equivalent to that of RS Agarwal, please go refer to that. Guys, please prioritize arithmetic topics, because usually they are very scoring in nature. So please, if you can focus on that, it'll be great. And last thing that I will tell you is, please, quants can only be done through practice. So just don't be one of those students who watches a lot of videos on YouTube and everything and feels, wow, I can solve percentages, time and speed, distance, all of those things. No, it doesn't happen, guys. You need to pick up your pen, paper and start solving questions if you want to build up your speed and accuracy in quant. Next section is verbal, and trust me, guys, this is one of the most scoring sections on the test. The important topics is synonyms and antonyms, idioms and phrases, parts of speech, subject-verb agreement, active-passive voice, sentence correction, error spotting, passage-based questions, which are your reading comprehensions. Please focus on the themes, tones, and the vocabulary that is used on the passage. Guys, your verbal is going to be divided into 2 parts. Firstly is going to be reading comprehension, where they will give you a passage and then you have to answer questions based on that. Again, questions related to theme, tones, interference, all those things is what you will get. Along with that, then there is questions based on your grammar. This is going to come to you in the form of sentence correction, fill in the blank, find the odd one out, all of those things. Now, in order for you to do your verbal well, please make sure you're reading newspapers, magazines and books daily to improve your reading speed, comprehension and vocabulary. Guys, I have come across cases where people know what a reading comprehension is, but their reading speed is so slow that they are wasting 10 minutes just reading a passage, and then looking at questions and then going back, seeing what can we answer and getting lost. So such a scoring section like verbal can also be a huge weakness for you if you don't have good reading speed. So please make sure you build that up. Along with that, guys, please brush up on your basic grammar rules. I know I come across students who tell me, yeah, bhaiya, we know English really well. Our grammar is really good, But then they make the biggest mistakes in nouns, pronouns, articles, tenses, verbs, which I don't want that to happen, guys. Trust me, let's believe it on the fact that in India, our reading English and our speaking English is very different. And sometimes we are so confident in what we do that we miss out on the basic rules of grammar. So please go revise that. It will be really good for you. Lastly, guys, please try using flashcards and a lot of apps like Magoosh and Quizlet to build your vocabulary. Now, the reason why I put this is because when I was preparing for GMAT, I used to look at a lot and work a lot on these quizzes and Magoosh, which really helped me build my vocabulary really well. And I'm pretty sure it can really help you as well. So make sure you go check it up. And if you have other similar resources, free material, please go check it up as well. Next section is logical reasoning. Sorry, the whole logical reasoning word is being cut. But the important sections here are going to be coding and decoding, blood relations, direction sense, seating arrangement, puzzles, syllogisms, statements and assumptions, series and patterns, calendars and clocks, critical thinking. Guys, I will not lie, but if you all can prepare for this section well, trust me, this can also become a really scoring section for you all. All you need to do is please try preparing for variety of the sections on the logical reasoning, because we don't know which one comes. At the same time, please make sure that you focus on quick solving techniques for puzzles, arrangements, because everything here, blood relations, syllogism, seating arrangements, have got little hacks and solutions. So if you can focus on it, your answer can come in literally 25-30 seconds. But if you cannot focus on it, or if you've not worked on these quick solutions, you might be doing it in a normal manner, which again is like a trap that these test makers have laid for you, which again will make sure that each answer will take you 1.5-2 minutes, which again is a huge loss for you on the entrance test. So please make sure you work with quick solutions. Please try practicing all the types of questions. and please make sure you specifically focus on a lot of critical reasoning questions because last year they came a lot. So statements, assumptions, arguments. Next section is going to be data analysis and interpretation. Now the important topics here are tables, bar graphs, pie charts. There are percentages, which is increase, decrease, comparisons, averages, profit and loss, mean, median, mode, and standard deviation. Now guys, before I was making this video, the reason why it took so much time for me to make this video is because I was reaching out to a lot of students to take their feedback as well, to what they were thinking about the test, which were the important sections, non-important sections, all those things. One thing that I came to know, which was common when I was talking to students, is that they found this section to be tougher than usual. So last year's people thought that Kavach bhaiya, the data analysis section was tougher. Usually we don't get to hear that, they just feel like, yeah, it is lengthy and time consuming, which I've also put about, but they thought that the section was tougher. So if the section was tougher, that means you all need to work harder for this section. So please make sure you cover all the important topics really well. Along with that, when I was talking to students, one thing I figured out is that they had lack of familiarity with questions and the shortage of time. The thing that they were telling me is that Kavach bhaiya, we missed out on a lot of questions because we didn't know. So they were not prepared for standard deviation and different increase, decrease and mean, median, mode. So make sure you do that. That's why I put it up in the important topics. Along with that, please make sure you have good amount of speed when you're selecting questions and answering it. A lot of students got lost in the process because they will bombard you with a lot of tables, bar graphs, pie charts, and you'll get overwhelmed with seeing so many numbers and everything. That's why you can get lost. Please make sure it doesn't happen with you. Please make sure whenever you're preparing for data analysis and interpretation, you always have a timer with you and you're focusing on speed, because otherwise it'll be really hard for you to crack the test. Along with that, guys, please learn approximation and mental math techniques to save time, because a lot of the data analysis and interpretation are in ranges. So they will ask you, tell me the profit percentage. It's 10 to 20%, 30 to 40%, 50 to 60%. So as long as you know approximation, you all can sail through the test really well. Lastly, guys, all the questions in data analysis and interpretation are stemmed based. That means one question, just like a reading comprehension, one question, they'll give you 4-5 questions to answer. Same is the case with data analysis and interpretation. So one stem and then you have 4-5 questions interlinked with that stem. So what I'm trying to tell you is you also will have to make a choice of whether you want to attempt the question or not. Don't be one of those people, who thinks of attempting the question, so reads it through, spends 2-3 minutes, and then you're like, oh my God, I don't know, so let's move it. You will be wasting your time. So be very quick decision maker in understanding, okay, do I want to attempt this or not? If I want to attempt this, attempt it fully and fast. Next section on the test, again, is one of the hardest sections that people believe on the test, is general knowledge and current affairs. Naturally, guys, for some of the courses, the weightage of general knowledge and current affairs is very, very heavy. Important topics that I have gotten from students is Indian history, science and technology and tech updates, politics like Constitution of India, key political figures, government schemes, economics like GDP, inflation, RBI, World Trade Organization, IMF, World Bank, then questions related to sports, awards, honors and events, books and authors, economy and business like union budget. By the way, guys, budget is going to be released very soon, so please make sure you know all the budget highlights, and then the stock market updates. Along with that, important agencies like the UN, G20, BRICS, all the important global summits like COP, G20, all of that is very, very important. So make sure you are preparing for this at the start and make sure you know about it. Guys, the benefit of studying GK is that it is multi-purpose use. Not only for CRISE, but for any other exam that you give, there is going to be general knowledge and current affairs as a section. Along with that, even in interviews and micro presentations, a lot is asked relating to general knowledge and current affairs. So please make sure if you're preparing for general knowledge, you do it well, because it will cover everything for you. Along with that, guys, one personal suggestion that I would like to give you. I know that you students are not preparing general knowledge and current affairs right now because you're so busy with your boards, pre-boards, everything. But trust me, guys, one way to do GK is to fall in love with general knowledge. Try making stories in your mind and learn through stories, because that's the only way you'll be able to remember these things. Guys, I know there are students who prepare for GK and then on the real day they forget, or 1 month later they forget everything that they've studied. The best way to avoid that is please make sure you make notes and revise static and current topics weekly. So please make sure you have like a small notepad, something like this, and then just keep making notes on it. And whenever you get time, go back to those notes and refer. That's why you'll be able to keep your memory fresh. Along with that, guys, please focus on the Hindu or the Indian Express for good quality current affairs. For people who are asking me how you should prepare for current affairs, guys, it's purely through newspapers or apps like InShorts and everything that you can read. Along with that, your current affairs is only 6 months. So probably from now onwards, even if you start preparing for current affairs, it's more than good enough till April. So that's the time frame. 4 to 6 months is a good amount of time frame that is there. Along with that, guys, I've also put the link in the description below for the GK books that you can refer to, so you can buy those books from Amazon. At the same time, if you have some free PDFs similar to those books, or you are referring to some YouTube channels, all those things is also absolutely fine. But just make sure you start preparing for general knowledge and current affairs, because it has a good amount of weightage, and I cannot just let you guys go with the fact that, oh, don't go for GK or current affairs and all that, so please start preparing and start preparing for now. Moving to the last section on the entrance test, guys, first thing to note here is that not everybody will have the same Christ University entrance test. Psychology people will have a different entrance test than journalism people. BCom people will have a different entrance test than the BBA people, law people. Now the major point of difference is going to be one section which is going to be related to your course. So for psychology people, it's psychology. For computers people, it's computers. For economics people, it's economics. For BBA or BCom people, it's accounts. For journalism people and media people, it's journalism, media. Now, in order to prepare for these sections, because again, this has high weightage on your entrance test, you need to refer to your class 11th and 12th books. So if there's somebody from psychology in class 11th and 12th and you're going for BSc psychology, your class 11th and 12th books will be great. For somebody who's preparing for BB and BCom and you come from a commerce background, your accounts books of class 11th and 12th is more than good enough. And likewise is the case. Guys, I've also put the link in the description below for people who are switching the streams or switching the courses. I know a lot of science students who are going for BB and BCom courses. For that, you can purchase accounts book. There are people who are going for psychology and are not coming from a psychology background. You can prepare from psychology book. So I have put the link in the description below for that. Along with that, if in case you have your friends, relatives who come from these courses and you have those books, you can beg, borrow, steal from them and take it from them. The important bit is that, guys, please don't let go of this important section. It's your class 11th and 12th academics related section. So please make sure you prepare for it really well and score. To be honest, it's very, very scoring for people who come from the same course, because you've been studying this thing for the past 2 years and you just have to go give exam on it. You will anyways be preparing for the boards also similar to it. But for those who are switching streams, like from science, you're going for BBA, and from humanities, you're going for psychology, you have to prepare for it really well, work hard for it really well. Another very important thing that I want to tell you guys, along with the entrance test of Christ University, interviews and micro presentations are going to play a very important role. Along with that, from last year, they have reintroduced skill assessment. Now for all these things, the best way to prepare is going to be my personal sessions itself. Guys, you reach out to anybody who's at Christ University, they've definitely taken these sessions and I've gotten benefit from it. I will be putting the link in the description below for these personal sessions, so please make sure you go check it up. For interviews, I have something called as Interview Preparation 101, where I will be taking your mock. I will become the faculty member, you will be the student, and I will ask you all the important questions that are being asked to people who are going for your course, that have been asked last year, last year, all the past 4-5 years that I have been taking mocks for these students. Along with that, guys, I will also be helping you frame your answers in such a manner that interviewers like your personality and they feel you are the right fit for the course. For micro presentation and skill assessment, each week I have webinars with group of students and I help them prepare. I tell you all the important tips, tricks, strategies, hacks regarding micro presentations and skill assessments. At the same time, we discuss on the important topics that can be asked in each and every course. Guys, please do not miss out on this opportunity. So please check out the link in the description below. Schedule your time and see me as soon as possible. Along with that, guys, in case if you're looking for any kind of career clarity, in case you're confused on which kind of colleges you should apply to, which kind of course you should go for, all those kind of things, please see me for my personal guidance and doubt clearing session. I put the link in the description below for that as well. And you're most welcome to bring in your parents as well, so I can answer their doubts as well and help you navigate through your career and path. So yes, guys, that's about it for this particular video. Thank you so much for watching this video till the very end. I hope I've answered all your doubts regarding the preparation strategy, important topics, material to refer to, all those things. Guys, just please go check the link in the description below for all these things, and I hope this video is very useful to you. One simple request that I have is please share this video amongst your friends, family members, in your tuition groups, coaching groups, all of that. At the same time, if you like this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, press the bell icon, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you all with another video. Do comment below and let me know what other kind of content that you want to see on my YouTube channel, and I'll be more than happy to make videos on that. Thank you so much for all your love and support. I'll see you all later. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.